I want to talk about another pricing strategy that I think a lot of home sellers fail to grasp. If you're listening right now, you've probably gone to an auction before. And I've gone to a lot of auctions. I've bought equipment for businesses. I've bought cars, made offers on cars at auctions. I've bought, sports memorabilia at auctions. And I've gone to charity auctions and bought trips. And a few years ago, I bought tickets to go see the Grammys. So I've experienced the auction mentality before. And when you go to an auction, quite often you will see someone overpay for an item because they were competing with someone else. So if let's just say you're at Meekum or Barrett Jackson and you're a car person, and you see two guys bidding back and forth for this Camaro or this historic Corvette or a screen-used movie car, what ends up happening is people's emotions, excitement, and competitive juices take over. And they overpay sometimes because they want to beat the guy across the aisle that they're looking at, that they're going up against. They want to beat that guy. Their competitive juices flow because other people want the product. And oftentimes they overpay, regret later on. Well, as a home seller, I don't care if they have regrets later on. My goal is to best represent you. So if you can think from a standpoint of if your home is in a very competitive market or a not competitive market for homes in your neighborhood and price range, the idea is to create a competitive market for your specific home, okay? To create a market for your home. So an example, just this past week, we had a property in Clearwater. The client came to us and said, hey, I want to sell it really fast, but I've looked at getting cash offers and they're coming in, 20, 30, 40% off of what I think the retail number is. And I don't want to take that big of a haircut. And look, let's face it, I buy homes too, okay? I go out and make cash offers all day long. And I'm making them from a standpoint of investment where I can buy the property, renovate it and resell it and make it a reasonable, I wouldn't say substantial, sometimes it's substantial, but a reasonable profit compared to what my money would make parked in something guaranteed safe. So the consumer, this particular client said, I don't want to do it a cash offer, but I do want to move the home quick. We ran through the numbers. We showed them the prices and showed them the comps and said, hey, looking at all these comparables, what do you think the home is worth? And that they thought $450, which is relatively comparable to what we believed as well to be the market value. And so when you look at the three different strategies to price a home, you can price it at that retail number. You can price it above retail where you chase the market down and eventually potentially maybe not even sell because prices compress and you're just kind of behind it the whole time. Or you price the home aggressively, slightly below market, with the intention of forcing the activity to hopefully create a bidding war and maximize your position and sell the home quickly. In this particular instance, the client said, well, if we're worth $450, the absolute lowest I would take would be $425. But I don't really want to take that. But if that's all I got, or if I got like a really good offer, cash situation, then it could make sense. So we put the property on the market for $425, roughly 5% below market. We got a litany of offers, dozens and dozens of offers on this property, dozens and dozens with escalation clauses and people that saw it as a value. And what ended up happening is these people started competing for the house because they wanted to beat the other guy. And when you have a property where you create a market like that, you've got people coming and going. Somebody going into the house and somebody else watching that person go into the house because it's got that much demand because it's such a good deal. What ends up happening is that auction mentality kicks in and we sold the property for $460,000. Okay, 10 grand above market, 35 grand above asking price. And it was great terms for the client. The client got everything they wanted. It was incredible. They were so happy they were able to move back to Illinois. And a lot of real estate agents would have made the mistake and priced it, or not given them that option and priced it at $450. It probably still would have sold. Maybe it wouldn't have sold for asking. Maybe it would have sold slightly lower. Maybe it would have taken a few months to sell, which is probably the norm in our market. But in this instance, we forced the activity. We put a great marketing plan in place. We were patient with the offers. And that's the kind of strategy that you need to win in today's market. If you're not getting that strategy, maybe you have the wrong agent. Maybe your house is just sitting. Maybe you're not creating demand. Maybe you don't have people looking at it. And a lot of the time it can be drilled back to the price. However, the right price doesn't matter if the property's been on the market too long and it's stale. Because Consumers want it to be attractive. The right price, as well as being new on the market, is the potent combo. Cutting your price to the right price after the fact, unfortunately, you've lost the oomph of all the people and the energy and the excitement early on in the listing. And sure, can the property still sell, and can a bidding war happen at some point, down the line if you lower the price to an aggressive number after it's been out there for a while? Of course, it can work. But your best advantage as a home seller, no matter the market, is to aggressively price it with an agent that aggressively markets it, that's patient in the negotiation, and then pits buyers against each other.
Come see why thousands of home buyers and sellers continue to trust the Duncan duo with their real estate needs. We look forward to working with you.